The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Here he is cooking in the short season. The Giants win it 12-7. From their first season in the NHL. That is a world-class free kick from David Beckham. One punch to turn the whole thing around. This I don't
What? Hey, everybody. We're back here, Sports Collective TV, with myself, Fredo Cervantes, and I got, of course, a full deck of people here with Moreno, Roberts, and Cali Sportsman.
Don't do me like that. It's Robert Lamar.
Oh, Robert Lamar, I forgot.
Yes, don't do that.
Lamar.
Yeah,
The full title.
The full title.
Full
there
title.
it is.
I think you might need to text it to him so that he just knows.
Yeah.
He should, though, because he knew me before y'all did.
See,
Yeah, kinda.
Ferran,
Let him know.
so hold on, that's a cool thing because when me and Ferran, man, he was just WD.
WDC. What's the count?
What's the count, right? But his name was Ferran, right? So he's like, hey, we're going to do this sports show. And I said, okay, I'm going to be the Cali Sportsman.
Cali Sportsman.
Is that
And he
where it
said,
was born?
and he said, where you get that? What is a Cali Sportsman? I said, well, you seen the Sportsman's Magazine, right? That mean they know pretty much everything about sports, right? From fishing all the way to equestrian to tennis. I mean, hey, that's the Sportsman,
Well, you did
right?
play tennis, right?
And I'm from Cali, so you know, I do put the
There
two
you go,
together.
yeah.
It's a magic. So how did you get your name?
Robert Lamar, I was born with it. That's how.
Nice.
See?
Maybe he's born with it. Yep, that was me.
Okay.
That was you, Robert Lamar. All right, there
Yeah,
it is. I
right.
got it straightened out. It's Robert Lamar.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
you go.
And X's and O's, right?
Right, definitely.
Hey,
Double O.
where's
Oh.
your partner at, man? Where's you know? You got
He had to
some-
call in sick. I don't
Man
know.
down.
Yeah,
here.
Man down.
But
It's
like
a volunteer
like
job.
I mentioned to him, I think I know why he didn't show up because the Diamondbacks have lost five,
Oh, okay.
Damn.
5 in a row for the
So can we?
Diamondbacks.
Wow.
So can we open up with that?
Yeah, let's
That
go.
was the worst baseball game I ever been to. Right?
Oh, you were there, right?
I was there. It was in the middle of the week. I think Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday game.
It was Wednesday, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
They load the bags 4 times and could not get a bunt. I mean, like literally. Look, game starts at 7:10, right?
Correct.
Now, Dodgers, y'all might need me, so I won't throw y'all too far under the bus.
Don't do that.
But
I'm repping today.
Still
I
early.
see
Still
that,
early.
yeah.
Repping a little bit of the blue here.
6
too.
inning is 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Going
yeah.
into- we wasn't even in the 7th inning stretch at 10:30. I mean, pitching was bad
Yeah,
on
that's
Arizona. I mean, they had like 7, 8 different pitchers they put in. I think they was like, okay, you can't throw a strike. Let me put this one in. You threw 2 balls. Let me put this one in. So the time was just stop. So what they doing? They walking these dudes. So, but they can't get a hit because they getting walked. And then when they actually get a hit, they couldn't get a run.
Yeah, it was crap. It was
seen
a
that game?
pathetic
mega
display of
crap.
baseball that game.
I exited the Dodger Stadium at 1 a.m. It was-
Oh, man, you
it was-
tripping.
Cali Sportsman. Now
Yeah,
tell me,
that-
what were you doing so late?
The game.
Yeah, no.
The 9th inning was at 12 o'clock. And then they had I think they did something in the bottom of the 9th. And they ended
was
up
the
Dodgers-
extras, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
extras.
I actually went to that game. I was there with
So
my.
you can contest that. It was
Yeah.
a late game.
I couldn't stay for the whole thing because I was with my nieces, and we had
5 hours.
planned to leave like around 11, and
a school night.
10:30. You're
Sound
right.
like he was on with the curfew.
10:30.
trying to
Right,
play those
yeah.
games,
10:30. They in the
So
seventh.
we did not hit that curfew. Nope.
Wow. Well, look.
Well, I had to go in on the Dodgers. But, hey,
No, yeah.
the club looked good. I mean, it's no fielding, though. That's what I was really missing. I mean, just to sit way up close. Very way up close. You know, like close.
You were smelling hair, huh?
Like where you could just tell the lady, hey, can you bring me a soda that close? Like
Nice.
Arsenio Hall sitting right there kind of close.
say
Like,
hi to
that
him.
kind of close. That
There
close.
you- there you
that
go.
Close, close.
Pretty close.
He likes to do that,
pretty
don't he?
close. So when you got the pretty close, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, man, get in
You
the
didn't
dirt.
even need glasses on.
Nah.
No.
Nah, I took them off like this. I'm like, can you get in the dirt?
You could give
And
pointers
then I
to
put
the
them back
bullpen.
on, and I said, can I get that Coke? Yeah, so yeah, it was feeling me. It
What
was
about a
good.
beer? What?
Hey,
Coke?
you know, hey, I have an image, man. You know what I'm saying? Beer and whiskey and all that is a different show.
All
All right, so what's on deck for today, man? What we got going
Well,
on for
look,
today?
first of all, what happened yesterday? You know, we're going to have a little weekend roundup, and welcome to Big Aller joining us here.
Just come in the studio.
But yeah, I mean, what happened yesterday afternoon, man, in Boston? I mean, I was shocked. I don't know if everyone else was.
I was not.
But I was just shocked in a way where how easy the game got away from Cleveland, because I actually thought it was going to be pretty close, but it got away in the first quarter. The Celtics started off to 17-0 run. Not started off, but right after the first couple of minutes.
Well,
One team came to play and one team was not ready to play.
Okay, now if you just break it down, it was smart basketball.
Yes.
Right? So when you look at every time LeBron got the ball, he was doubled. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they took away the 3-point shot. So if you think about it, Cleveland was shooting threes and they was jumping down either to LeBron, and every time LeBron got the ball, he was doubled up. So that means LeBron ain't even looking for the open look. So if you double, that means you always somebody open, right?
But not every possession he was getting doubled. He was getting doubled
A
most
lot
of the time.
I can't say every
Well,
possession.
they won that
Well,
run.
you can't double him all the
I
time.
can't say
You
every day
can't.
it rains in California either. So I'm just saying he was getting doubled up from a strategy. They took away the 3-point line from him, and then they just ran transition.
It was easily like pretty much they said let everybody else beat them outside of LeBron. And if you go on that strategy, it's probably going to be successful, because who do you know outside of LeBron that's going to take over the
15
game?
points, that's like 3 points a quarter.
7 turnovers. 7 for LeBron James.
And you
That's-
also got to give it to Al Horford. He went from guarding and being guarded by Embiid last series, and now Kevin Love. He came out and just smashed on Kevin Love. He was like,
But you got to look at this. Rookie. Tatum.
Justin, yeah.
grown.
Rookie. I'm going to say rookie. You know what I'm saying? This is where the caliber of basketball is today. A rookie in the almost to the finals, running it. Come on, man. That's some Kobe Bryant.
This is a good rookie class. This is arguably probably the best rookie class since 03.
Right.
Since we're talking to the Carmelo, like LeBron, D-Wade class, we might have that
Bosh
here.
right there.
Yeah, and Bosh.
But you know what I do like about this whole LeBron piece is it shows that he's human. You know what I'm saying? He's beatable.
Right.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
he's definitely.
Oh, yeah.
When you got a game plan, when you have a game
See,
plan.
he had the fourth quarter itch for many years, so you knew he couldn't close in the fourth. So once he went to Miami and started, feeling a little, hey,
a little-
I don't know.
Right.
You got to ask Boston about that, because remember with Cleveland, he took out Boston in that game. You remember that second half where he went through 30?
Yeah, I remember that.
LeBron got it. It's just that he don't got it by himself.
No, he can't do it by himself. Not at this stage.
Not at this stage, but one person who could do it by himself.
Here we
Take
go.
a guess. Take a
Michael
guess.
Jordan.
He can.
Why are we reminiscing and
Yeah,
ghost
I mean, because I see you're going with that. Why are we going there?
I
But
know
he's
where
not
I'm
by
going.
himself.
Well,
Why-
he's not by himself.
Who?
But he can do it by himself.
Who?
Kevin Durant.
Please, no.
You're out of your mind.
Okay, I'm gonna bring
Look,
you back
out
to
of
your
your
ghost moment,
mind.
right?
Thank you.
So, what is the whole talk about Jordan versus Kobe versus LeBron?
Yeah, look, first
I mean,
of
they
all,
put all these numbers and stats and rings and finals and this and MVPs and
well, first of all, no one's going to surpass Jordan.
They not
first
even
of
the
all.
same type of
No,
players.
and LeBron.
Why would you do that? You're right. You're comparing LeBron
LeBron
to
to Jordan.
Kobe, and Kobe is the only thing that you can compare to Jordan. LeBron, I don't understand why people don't compare him to Magic. He's the closest thing to Magic and Oscar Robertson. Those
Right,
are the only
that's what
ones
I
I
said
want to hear
last
comparisons with.
I think he Pavel.
They're the same people.
Give him a pound.
I didn't even thought about the Oscar Robertson. He went way.
I mean,
Yeah,
what I'm
triple
saying?
double.
it's just like he's a
Like
get everybody
Kobe is like a
involved.
Julius Irving to us. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe's
The
a killer.
swagger,
But yeah,
you know,
it's
that
true.
was-
Kobe's a killer.
A lot of
Yeah.
people are forgetting what Kobe actually did. Yeah, we are today. We're in 2018, so that's why a lot of people don't know what Kobe Bryant did back in those years. People who grew up watching LeBron James, those are the people a lot of times saying LeBron's the greatest. We've never seen nothing like LeBron because you didn't see Kobe Bryant at his greatest.
All right. Stop with that. Stop with that.
Tell me,
Stop. with
Tell
that.
me, Cali Sportsman.
If anybody's interested, call 323-293-3375. And shouts
I'm
out to
here to answer.
LABC.
Yeah.
Come on, shout out to your boys.
Hey, LABC League, what up?
Yeah.
What up? But real quick, I don't want to change this conversation.
Yeah, I
real
had to
quick.
catch you.
Can
like,
we come back to this? We got to come back to this later.
We'll come
Definitely,
back to this
especially
later.
Kevin Durant doing
You
it
know
by
you got your last 5 minutes.
I got it. We'll be back right now. Of course, we're on Sports Collective TV. Go ahead and follow us at Sports Collective Media as well. Follow Morris
Kevin
Media
Durant by
Studios.
himself.
Yes,
That's
Kevin
a
Durant by
lie.
himself.
That's a
Okay,
lie.
His hair too nappy.
He's
It
played
ain't-
with an
it ain't gonna
MVP
work.
his whole
To
career.
say Kevin Durant that blew Game
we'll
6
be
against
back.
Golden State 3 years ago.
What
It's
happened?
off his foot. He about to win.
They went to Game 7 though. Game 7.
He's a
Russell
reason-
Westbrook's the reason why they didn't make it.
That's a lie.
Russell
That's a
Westbrook
lie.
Is the
Okay,
reason
I got
why.
Oh my
I got a question
God.
for you.
Give it to
Who
me.
set the trend for MVP as a guard?
Who?
That's now actually gets the MVP. Who set that trend? I know it's a tough question.
Steve Nash?
There you go, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that's why I'm saying it's like
He took one from Kobe. That was
Right.
garbage.
He set the
He
trend.
did take one from
That was garbage.
I feel like I'm in here with good company. Thank you, my
there
friend.
it is. There it is.
Yeah.
I
Best
answered that
player
one
on the
for you,
best
right?
team. That's what
Of
that
course,
was.
we'll be right back here on Sports Collective Media. We'll be back with Kelly Sportsman and his very special guest live with us. We'll be back, Sports Collective TV.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh,
too.
man, that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasm, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I ain't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. Do you know the facts that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man.
There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
All right, we back?
We back.
We back?
Hey, y'all.
Micah checker 1, 2. We back?
Hello.
Hey, no offense to these like knuckleheads that just left, but it looks way better up here now, don't it?
Okay. Hey.
Shots fired.
It's brown skin and curly hair, boy.
I would have made sure I would have got the lineup today, though.
Hey,
I
they
didn't
already
know.
had a little light skin, so now they come over here getting a little caramel and chocolate. Right? So we want to let y'all know we do keep it sexy around here. And we got some guests that I don't know how we can take this. They doctors and specialists, and they know about certain things. And me as a guy, I don't really feel that I know everything about a woman or how to make things happen. And then there's athletes. We have a lot of young athletes that look at us, and they probably go through girlfriend stuff and travel and meet women. Because with the LABC League, a lot of them travel overseas, and they get different ambiances, I would say. You know what I'm saying? An Asian woman is different from a Swedish woman versus were you from Sweden, right? Switzerland. Okay, gotta say the first man. You know, gotta put
get it right. Okay.
I already got no lips. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta have less chin in it. Okay, Switzerland. Okay.
You know me for about a year too.
So we're always trying to figure out on this show how we could be able to, educate, bring some sort of awareness, You know, it's not always, we do lupus, we do homeless, we do, what else we do? We do the college preparation, we do Scholar Me apps, we do all kinds of stuff to kind of like just be informative.
Right.
So now it's off me. Now it's on you. You can't use none of your paperwork and scratch work. But who are you? What do you do? And take me back to when you first knew that you wanted to do what you're doing now.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Jashana Johnson, and I am the founder of the Intimacy Seminars. And I am a professor, also a department chair at Argosy University, and been married for 23 years with 2 children who are adult children. And what do I do with Intimacy Seminars? I'm dedicated to bringing life back to the bedroom. I think we have lost touch with being connected to our partners.
That is so vague.
Excuse me?
That is so vague. I'm going to wait for the you got to get
Is it
some
my
onion.
turn or yours?
It's, no, I'm just
like,
that's going to create a lot of intimacy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
The
go.
first thing you want to do is learn how to listen.
Okay.
Okay. So, where was I? What was I saying?
That was number one, learning how to listen.
I like her.
Listen, things you need to know in the bedroom. Okay.
Bringing life back to the bedroom.
Right.
Because I think we have become so disconnected from our partners emotionally, and so intimacy suffers at the hands of that. And so I do private and organizational seminars.
Okay, stop. I'm listening. I listen. What else I need to do? That's 2. That's 2 fingers. Like I'm trying to figure out what's the next thing. Like what is the core things that people could have in a relationship to give them some opportunity?
Opportunity.
Because we're looking for longevity if you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're dealing with the new age group where that was probably another fixation, because it's like we have traditional people like myself up in age and chivalry and dating and going out and having some money and having your car. Now you got, hey, I pick you up in an Uber and, you know.
Well, tradition doesn't die. Like if you want to be a traditional man, then you just need to find a traditional person who
but
likes that.
The world is moving, so we dealing with a whole new group of folks in regards to I think what is the other 2 core things that someone can have? Listening, male, female.
Really your ability to be able to self-validate. I think in our society we have...
So if you use the word validate and had to define that, what is that?
Me being able to know who I am and validate that, being able to say, I know that is me for sure. So I don't need somebody else to tell me who I am.
So it's really just having some form of confidence.
A sense of self. A strong and solid sense of self.
And knowing your value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Otherwise, if we don't know who we are, then we will look for other people to tell us who we are. Then that's going to be a reflected sense of self. And so what happens is we get into these relationships and we don't know who we are. So then somebody reflects back to us who they want us to be. And
don't you feel like, just relationships period have some sort of kind of like, just say for instance, your mom and dad grew up a certain way, right? And I was identifying this most recently with someone says, why do you give gifts? And I said, well, shit, I had mean-ass parents. So when you got a gift, that was their form of love, right? So that was what I do. So if I got you, I got you. But if not, so it's like the identifying that word. That is such a big word. Coming from an intimacy standpoint, the word places so much emphasis on this grand platform. In actuality, it has like a self-defining meaning.
Absolutely. When we come out of our families, our first relationship, we learn about relationships with our primary caregivers, whether that's your mother who raised you or your father or both or your aunt, your grandparents. We come out of our families with a sense of what a relationship is supposed to look like, whether it's functional or dysfunctional. Right. And so then we carry that on into our intimate relationships.
So at the
because that's
end of
what's
the day,
familiar.
You feel that it's fixable.
It is, absolutely. I wouldn't do what I do.
Or the 2 people have to be committed to some degree.
They have to be committed to change for themselves.
The validation part.
Yes.
All right. Now, time out.
Okay.
All right, so y'all was talking about LeBron. You want to introduce yourself? Because we're about to mix it up. We talking about some love and all that now. Seems like a
I'm taking all these mental notes. I'm like, okay.
I'm going to bring you back. I just had to weigh on some sports knowledge over here on Miss LeBron over here. You know, Miss LeBron.
I am not Miss LeBron. My name is Miss Desiree Shea Weekly.
There we go.
My name, and I am a clinical social worker. I work for the Department of Mental Health. However, I am the publicist for Dr. Jashana Johnson, and I've worked with her for the last 2 years, and I got involved because I attended a workshop with her, and in 15 minutes she gave a mouthful of information about intimacy and really more so learning how to love yourself, and so that empowered me to help her and realize, oh my God, her message is so powerful. Not just for women, but for men and women, and really how to deal with relationships on a better level. Yeah.
And so LeBron, what?
LeBron is married, happily married, it looks like.
Right.
And the one thing that we were kind of talking about, looks like what it looked like, right? But one thing we were just talking about earlier is when it comes to sports, athletes and relationships, is there a correlation with how they play and do well in their relationships, with their wives or girlfriends? Is there a correlation with that?
Well, here's the thing. Research doesn't say that if you're in a relationship that you're going to do better. But what it does say is that when we're in relationships, we feel better about ourselves and our energy is different.
Right.
Okay. And
so we show up differently.
Absolutely. So the part of the brain that is activated, which is motivation, is what keeps us going. Right. And so when we're in love, we tend to actually feel better about ourselves and do better. Yeah. So there's no research that says, yes, you're in a relationship, you're going to perform better, you're going to win games, but it does say you're going to
So is any reflection of that research and reflection of, oh, well, he has a lawnmower, he mows the lawn. Oh, he has a dog, he goes fishing. Or, because it's all a balance. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a balance. And I mean, as a man, you want some beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be able to have that love and care, and then give me a sandwich. I mean, that's just really how it is. I mean,
give you a sandwich.
Yeah,
I prefer tacos.
Tacos, tacos or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna make those tacos, right?
Kool-Aid. So no, we got jokes. I think that was in a movie. So. But no, I mean, it's good for people to, I mean, we're in such an interesting, as far as social media where everything is sexual, as far as advertising, everything is sexual, and it's such open.
Sexy. More sexy than sexual.
Well, I mean,
everything's
just open.
More people tend to be more, we strive to be sexy, but we're not being sexual.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
That's why the Intimacy Seminars was created, to help people move towards being sexual, not just sexy. We could be sexy all day long, and then when we get home, we're telling our partner no.
Yeah, that'll be just saying.
And you just bought 2 tickets to what? You looking like that? Right. Can't wait. I'm smashing to the house. Right?
Any seminars on deck for you, up and coming, or?
Absolutely. We just finished the seminar in Oakland, California. Okay. We're headed to Compton. We're going to be doing intimacy seminars in Compton on the 25th.
Okay.
Then we're headed to Houston. And we'll be heading to Los Angeles
and back to Oakland
wow. and Temecula. So
what's all the WWs?
Okay, so our intimacy we can be found at theintimacyseminars.com, on Instagram and Facebook, Intimacy Seminars. My phone number is 909-686-1164.
And she married with 2 kids, so be careful.
Yeah, don't trip.
I seen you. You're kind of buff. No, well, we just, anytime you want to come on and talk about what you have, do some product placements. We got commercials. We do pretty much everything. You somewhere on site, maybe we could do something that's a big venue or something like that. If you want to record stuff and send it to us, we're just an open book right now to be able to give exposure to, some of these awarenesses. I mean, And we want to shout out to WDC because, he does a sickle cell awareness. So this is kind of like our shout out today, just letting people know if it's intimacy and relationships that you're dealing with. Go ahead, finish it off.
Dr. Jashana Johnson
And yes,
at theintimacyseminars.com.
we out, y'all.
Hey, I'm Sergeant First Class Ferran Dozier. I'm here at the military base, and I have the sickle cell trait. Now, why I got involved is I experienced what they call sickle cell trait exertion. And I was doing the Army physical fitness test, the 2-mile run, and when I got done, I collapsed. A lot of soldiers and athletes have been dying at football fields and running track, and the family members have no idea that they have the sickle cell trait gene or that it's a trigger. So my purpose is to mobilize the community so we can find out what's in your genes. How will life be if we could prevent another child from being born with sickle cell trait or disease? And if a child was born with the trait or disease, that the family members would have the education, awareness, and resources in every city that they lived in. So tune into our webinar series and find out what's the count.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
All right, welcome back to the Sports Collective. Man, I am so excited. I got my boy over here, man. Now, if you guys follow Robert Lamar 26 on Instagram and Twitter or whatnot, you kind of saw how I got down during the season. If you don't know, I covered the LA City section for basketball, football, volleyball, cheerleading, everything. Football season is our bread and butter, and we had a really historic season in the city this year. We had 2 state champions. Never happened in our section. And my boy over here, he was a part of one of the city champions. And special season for Crenshaw Cougars. So usually I'm the one that introduce. But I'm going to let you guys know who I'm talking to right here. Let us know, dog. Who we speaking to?
What's up with y'all? My name Daniel G. I play DN and tackle for Crenshaw. State champion,
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
Now, let's just put it out there. State champion. You ended your high school career as a state champion. Do you know how many people in the section can't say that?
It's only one other person that can say that.
Right?
It's only one other person that can say that. Narbonne, that's it. Yeah,
I mean, the season was it started out interesting because you guys got some transfers that had to sit out in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you pay attention to all like the press clippings or whatnot, but I kind of said that Crenshaw, with these transfers, will arguably be one of the most dangerous teams in the city. When you guys got everybody back, y'all went on a run.
Man.
Y'all didn't, their only L was in the championship game.
Man, that's it.
I mean, but
that's it.
Leading up to that, people thought that the Carson game was going to be close. I said no.
Oh, man, I know.
No. I mean.
Man, I know. That's what I said.
I watched you be double teamed and still get your sacks, get your hurries or whatnot. What do you feel? How do you feel like you and your teammate? Who's the other star? Who's going to Washington State? Who's the other boy?
Oh, the other boy, Amir Crowder. He played D tackle.
You guys set the tone this year.
Yeah.
How do you feel about you guys rolling the line, pretty much getting the pressure, making everybody else's job on D easier? You guys were the ones that were the trendsetters on the D.
Yeah, it was me, Sabri, Amir, Tyree. We old pass rushers.
Yeah.
So we was like, our coach told us make it easy on the DBs.
Uh-huh.
We in the face of the quarterback, except Narbonne game. But every other game, we in the face, they can't really throw it on us like that. So really, it's just good coaching, and we played together as a good unit.
Now, my boy over here, he's a Crenshaw alum.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that behind the studio. So
this is a proud moment for him, and we're in the process of actually being able to try to broadcast your games. Yeah, we doing it big over here, man. Straight neighborhood stuff right here.
Yeah,
we down the street. This is right down the street from Crenshaw High. We're literally like 2 minutes away.
Yeah. Basically, so we'll be pretty much for the next generation. We'll be more visible, but going back to you guys though, I mean. What was the stat line for you this year? What were we talking? Like how many sacks?
Oh, my stat line was looking good. I had about 13 sacks. I had about like 25 some tackles.
Like one game you had 4 of them or something like that?
One game I had 4. I had like 3-4 deflected passes.
Yeah.
Had like 3 touchdowns.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was a good season. I did it all.
Good season. But let's just take it back. I You didn't start your career at Crenshaw, right?
Nah, I went to my ninth grade year. My ninth grade year. I actually really didn't play football because I got hurt over the summer. But I went to Palisades, and then sophomore year I started half the season. I played linebacker. It was whatever season, you know.
Yeah.
And then I transferred to Crenshaw, and it just went up from there. I had better coaching. They got my body right, and everything just went up from there. You know, we had a bad season last year, my junior year, and then we bounced back. You know, got some guys, and did something.
How was the transition into playing for Crenshaw?
Transition. It was
different program than up in the Palisades, or
yeah,
it was
harder.
With the big boy football.
Okay, all right, yeah, got serious.
Harder. But like the people wasn't like, I don't know. Like to me, they weren't like that much better. It's just the practice was harder. It was longer. But
so you have better coaching, better preparation,
way better coaching,
better program and stuff.
Yeah.
What about the culture going from like Palisades school and then overall, you know, going into Crenshaw culture and stuff?
Yeah, you left the
That's
beach.
a big difference,
right? You left the west side to come into the city.
Yeah, it wasn't really big because I went to middle school. I went to Gompers, so and then so it wasn't really the.
So you were trying to do something different going to
Palisades. I was trying to. My mom told me go there. She said I gotta stay. She said I gotta stay.
Right?
Yeah, I had to come back.
Nice.
So
what's your thoughts about? I mean, the end of your career, because you know I work for a recruiting service called Scholar.me, and the thing that was my biggest concern is trying to push the city kids out, and pretty much doing it on the fly. I kind of saw what you guys go through, because there's nobody that can tell me that if you didn't go to a Bosco or Modern Day, you'd be going somewhere in the Pac-12 right now. How do you feel being a guy from the city and feeling like you were overlooked when you had stats to match everybody else in your position?
It really, stats, school don't really matter. Really, recruiting is just your height, like depending on the position.
Right.
If you a DN, you 6'3" or taller, you're going to get offered. You could be trash. If you, if you a tackle, you 6'5" or whatever, you're going to get an offer automatically.
Just because of you being 6'5".
Your size, you ain't got to go to like the Modern Days. You go to Mayo Arts, be 6'8".
Yeah, and they're going to get you.
Yeah, really.
So it's really more of a physical thing.
It's a physical thing. Last year, the defensive player of the year for the city section, Peterson, he was 6'1", and he barely had 3 offers.
Wow.
So it's just like one of those things where it's a measurable thing.
Right.
So with that being said, is that the reason why you changed your position?
Yeah, that's why I changed. I'm playing running back now. And, I just been working on my speed, trying to get faster, working on my strength, my core, all that.
Completely different game.
Yeah.
So where are you spending your freshman season at next year?
My freshman season, I'm about to walk on to Nevada.
Word?
Yeah, about to walk on.
Nice.
Congrats on that, man. So the boy looked out, huh?
Yeah.
He's so Crenshaw. He can't even like disguise it, man. That dude is Crenshaw through the fire and all.
Yeah, he look out for the city guys.
He do, and he's a good guy. We're talking we talking Scott, right?
Yeah, he's Scott. Yeah, look out for the city guys a lot.
Good guy. Even though I was supposed to have him on our old show. But with coaching and everything with the schedule, I couldn't get him on. But I was supposed to get him though. So, so freshman year in Nevada. Congrats! Thank you for not telling me. I got all these audio clips on you. You didn't even holler at your boy.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to really. I'm keeping on the low until I really commit. But it's getting close to that time. So
Well, that's dope. Well, it sounds like we just broke something there, huh?
Yeah, I know.
You heard it here. But tell us about Nevada. Why that college?
There, because I know people there. It's
Okay.
like 8 guys from the city. Not 8. Like
You got a
15
teammate
guys from the
going
city.
there.
Yeah.
Have you visited the campus there yet before, or seen anything about their program out there?
I know the program. I ain't visited.
Okay, all right.
Have you been to Nevada or just?
I
It's
ain't
first
never
time
been.
out there?
So it's hot.
I've been to Las Vegas before. But like,
Yeah, but he haven't been to Reno.
I ain't been to Reno.
Beach to the
Yeah, you
city
know-
to the desert right now, so that's interesting.
I just give you one little tip of advice. Make sure you go in there that you've been doing some cardio for at least 3 weeks because you're about to be elevated. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you walking and be like, because your cardio ain't good, man.
Right.
It's hot out there.
You paying attention to these playoffs, man?
Yeah, I'm watching the playoffs.
So what's going on, man? What's your
going
thoughts
on?
about this Houston and Golden State series?
The Houston, man, if Houston shoot bad, it's going to be over. You know, if James
Yeah.
Harden try to shoot 4 from 19, it's over.
Absolutely, dude.
Because the Warriors don't shoot bad. So
What were you saying earlier? It's coaching has a lot to do with it. That's what I feel is the biggest factor.
Right.
D'Antoni cannot adjust. He's been
Right.
here before. Every time he's been out coach of the Western Conference.
Right, he's not the best.
Nope.
He just got good players, but they got a deep bench. The Rockets got a deep bench, you know. So it's really up to James Harden.
Yeah.
If he shoot bad, then it's ugly.
So how long do you think the series is going to be?
How long?
How many games?
I'll say Game 7.
7
Ooh,
games?
you giving Houston that much credit?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
all
say
right.
Game 7. It's not. They're not gonna shoot bad. You shoot
Yeah,
bad
right.
during the
Yeah.
season. They're not gonna shoot bad every game.
How do you like CP in his first Western Conference Finals, you know,
CP?
considering him choking the last few years?
CP3, damn it.
CP3.
Put some respect on his name.
I love Chris Paul. Chris Paul better than Westbrook. I can say that right now.
Those are facts.
Chris Paul better than a lot of point guards. in the
Those are
league.
facts.
Definitely.
Chris
yeah.
Chris
Got
Paul
the
like
numbers.
the third best point guard in the league right now. He's
So
the
who's
best
number one?
teammate. Number 1 is Steph. He can't.
Who's
say.
number 2?
Number 2 is Nah.
Don't listen to him.
Not Kyrie.
This is
Kyrie might be number 2 actually. It's just really point guard. You can't it's like team like Rondo. He top 5.
I love
right now.
Rondo.
Yeah.
He
Rondo's
good.
playing
You know
good.
he make his team better. It's like
50 assists.
yeah, making his team better. He winning. The Pelicans. I mean, they ain't,
Yeah.
you know,
The Pelicans, what killed the Pelicans are they just have no shooters.
they don't got no bench either.
Yeah.
If
their
they
bench
had
isn't
shooters,
deep enough there.
then that's a whole different series because defensively they could have matched up with Golden State.
So what do you think about them possibly trading Cousins now?
Cousins,
You
nah,
know,
they
to
can't
get some
trade.
extra pieces or something like that. You think that's a good match up there? Those two big men.
They can't trade. Marcus.
But how can you trade something that you don't own though?
Yeah, but they could do the
I mean,
sign and trade.
you talking about the
and,
sign and
you know,
trade?
like they did
Yeah.
with Chris Paul going to
Yeah.
the
Get
Rockets.
something-
Get something in return.
That's if they're
that
nice.
way.
But see,
Right.
it got to be something in for them to be able to do that.
Yeah,
though.
definitely. Well, that would be to get some shooters or some assets to kind
Yeah.
of build around what they had going in now to maybe have a bit of a better shot next
Anthony
year in the
Davis
playoffs.
ain't leaving.
No,
Oh,
heck
no.
No,
He's-
I think he
Davis
wants
ain't
to be a
leaving.
franchise player.
He's going to be one of the best players in the league for years.
and he's
to
not
come.
shaving
He-
the unibrow
he is.
either.
He-
That's there for life.
Anthony Davis, he better than KD. I can say
And
that
his
right
jump
now.
shot is just going to get better, which is going to
Ooh.
be scary.
Oh.
Imagine AD pull up
He got
jumpers.
28 a game, 3 blocks, 12, 13 rebounds.
That's a six. That's a six stat line.
That's,
Next year, you're going to see him dribbling up the court, pull up threes.
he do that. Yeah, I mean he do that. Right
How can
now.
you stop that?
AD to Golden State.
Daniel G, man. Hey, let me just tell you first and foremost, man, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everybody from my section to go, do that college thing, like the next level. Just like I told you guys, just like I told you, I told Amir, I don't care where you guys go. I just want you guys to go. And you are on the verge of actually fulfilling a lifelong dream. Just like in 30 seconds, man, just reflect on like how you feel about continuing your education and being able to fulfill your dream as well at the same time.
Well, I mean, I can't really look back. Really, I mean, I don't know. I'm not where to like where I want to be yet. So
Yeah.
I just got to keep working. Really,
Absolutely.
The work got me to where I'm at, my little spot that I got.
Yeah.
So I just got to keep working, try to get
Never let anybody outwork you.
Right,
Simple
yeah.
as that.
Right.
If somebody's waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, your ass gets up at 6 o'clock and you start working out too.
Right.
Simple as that. As long as you don't let nobody outwork you, Daniel G gonna be, man, you gonna remember Robert Lamar. Daniel G, I put you on, boy.
Right.
Just saying. All right, well, I appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you very much for Shizzle. Come on, big buff one. There you go. For
There you
Shizzle.
go.
There you go.
Flex them.
All right, so we about to finish it up, man. We got the Al Alert coming up.
Yes,
We got the Al Alert.
550.
We got Fredo's. We got Fredo
rundown.
Al Alert.
Before that,
All right, hey, if you guys want to call in, man, give us a call at 323-293-3375.
That's what's up.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
Hey, I'm Sergeant First Class Ferran Dozier. I'm here at the military base, and I have the sickle cell trait. Now, why I got involved is I experienced what they call sickle cell trait exertion. And I was doing the Army physical fitness test, the 2-mile run, and when I got done, I collapsed. A lot of soldiers and athletes have been dying at football fields and running track, and the family members have no idea that they have the sickle cell trait gene or that it's a trigger. So my purpose is to mobilize the community so we can find out what's in your genes. How will life be if we could prevent another child from being born with sickle cell trait or disease? And if a child was born with the trait or disease, that the family members would have the education, awareness, and resources in every city that they lived in. So tune into our webinar series and find out what's the count.
Yes, sir. We are back here on Sports Collective TV with myself, Fredo Cervantes, and I'm going to go ahead and bring you the rundown on what's going on here in the league. There's a lot of things going up right now. Currently a big discussion on whether who is the greatest of all time, whether it's Michael Jordan, it's Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James.
It's a stupid discussion, but go ahead.
It is. But one of the situations that are going on a lot is people are forgetting about Kobe Bryant.
Which is crazy.
But it is crazy for people to forget someone that great, someone who won 5 championships, played 20 years in the league.
He's only been gone for like 2.
Yes, but for his last 5 years of his time here in the league since 2014, a lot of people forgot about him because of his Achilles injuries, his injuries with the shoulder, his legs. He was just torn up towards the end of his last 3-4 years of his career, and he was still able to, make it to the All-Star team for his 2 out of the last 4. He was an 18-time All-Star. But one of the things that makes LeBron James and Kobe Bryant differently is the type of defensive players that they are and the difference on who's a better shooter and who's not. LeBron James.
That's just part of it.
And just
you left out like 5 other things.
Yeah, I did leave out a lot of things. But what's the most important thing about basketball? First of all, give me a reason, Robert Lamar.
What's the most important thing? To be able to score.
Thank you.
I mean, to be a straight scorer, like
alert.
I'm always about defense, so I definitely put defense up there
Mr.
too.
Cali
but you got to be able to get on the board, man. I can't argue with that.
Seems to have a little bit of a something's rolling in that mouth.
It's like football. Defense creates offense. So I'm defense first. Even as a basketball coach, I'm it's funny to watch kids get into a defensive mode and they pull their pants up and then they slide backwards. Like, oh no, that's 2 wrong moves. You can pull your pants up but slide forward. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. So one of the things that I was getting into was, yes, Kobe Bryant, 20 years in the league. 12 times out of those 20 years, he was first team all defense. LeBron James, 15 years in the league, has only been 6-time first team all defense.
That's definitely a knock on LeBron.
But you know what? Some of it ain't really about stats and numbers because the stats and numbers don't match. It's really just I like this player versus I like that player.
But also there's just knucklehead comparisons. You shouldn't be, like you said earlier, you shouldn't be comparing Michael Jordan and LeBron. Skill sets. That's like me. That's like you trying to compare a salesperson with the janitor down there.
If you just think about it,
I guess you know who has the advantage there.
If you think about it, most currently, everything that LeBron has done is just now been developed. Now he's got the turnaround fadeaway. That's the old famous everybody. So he just now developed that.
It took him a while
the
to
post,
get that.
He just
2 weeks ago, he developed that. You know that.
I'm just saying,
He gets credit for that, though.
I give him credit.
Yeah, he gets credit for that.
But all these new things, these are things where these players already was embedded in them for the life of their career. Versus now he's taking a little of their science and saying, "Hey, let me work on this."
I will give LeBron one thing though. He's 33 and is starting to add these extra elements to his game. Missed 2 games this year, and that was because they set him out just because no injury.
At 13,
right? He did that and all, but this is the point I'm making with LeBron. He's 33 and he's not slowing down. He's actually getting better.
I mean, longevity.
He's getting better.
The longevity is definitely something that is on LeBron's side. And one thing,
Eller, go
I don't know.
Getting better.
When you bring up the all-time great discussion, one point that I feel like is always very valuable in LeBron James' case is the versatility of his game, being able to guard different positions and just kind of be the joker on your team and stuff like that.
We're doing bees here.
With Kobe,
are those voodoo bees?
No, let's at least place them out so we can see them if they move anything. Him and his beads, man. Where you get these jungle beads at?
These are from China. Get these from the little good luck beads. And
Like you was downtown and there's a Chinese guy.
You better mail those over to LeBron James there because he needs some good luck points out there. It is.
I mean, see, the thing with LeBron, though, I don't see him breaking down within the next 3 years. Because this is the thing. This is what he did. This is what changed this whole LeBron, Lou, this new LeBron. He worked on his core. Listen, athletes, he worked on his core to strengthen his core. Do you understand that your whole everything that your strength is all through your core?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some core work.
He got his core work in, and he's had the healthiest season that he's damn near ever had. At 33 years old.
I just think he's developing little stuff. I mean, he's really like a bull train. He'll just come through and just smash on you. I give him a little more respect than Harden because Harden drags you. He drags you. I think a lot of his
Harden travels.
He drags you.
That Euro step is a travel.
But going back to the LeBron Kobe thing, one thing I think LeBron has over Kobe too is Kobe had Shaq, and I don't think LeBron even no matter how good Wayne Wade and Kyrie were, but they were never as good and never as effective as Shaq.
He won without Shaq.
Yeah, but you still have Powell and everything. They were better equipped. I felt like than LeBron ever was.
Kobe was still
in Cleveland. At least.
No, he has a point. Let's not forget that Shaq was the most dominant force that most of us have ever seen.
Okay,
and what was those 3 final MVPs when Shaq was there? That offense was going through the diesel.
But a lot of those games, who was closing the games? The same question that we asked about
Shaq needed Kobe. That's
the same thing that we asked about LeBron.
Fair enough.
Hold on. When y'all get into numbers, this is when I come in.
There it is.
Alex
Sportsman, come in.
Theory in basketball, especially if NBA, first one to 100 wins, right?
Of course.
Usually.
Right? So if you got Kobe giving you 40 and you got Shaq giving you 40, there you go. I mean, that's really the math because most of all NBAs is managed time. So you got your time, but you got to give me 40. Just think about it. That's what we were seeing that then. 30, 40 out of Kobe and Shaq. We already have 70 points. We just need the stragglers to get on. You know what I'm saying?
But
pretty much.
Who was going to give that 40 on LeBron's team? D-Wade?
But you look at it like this. LeBron is the 40. That's just the whole deal.
But LeBron was never no 40.
When you compare what he's saying, LeBron is the whole 40.
The percentage, yeah.
He don't have no big. Love can't give him 40 every night. We're talking every night.
But D-Wade could.
Shaq and them was getting, that's 80, 90 points between two players.
Yeah.
So to your theory, that is true. You don't have somebody that can help you win games that's going to put up 80, 90 points.
Yeah, those are two killers. But see, this is the thing. Kobe wasn't really averaging about 35 or 40. But see, it was the efficiency that he was killing people. Scoring 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists,
but even if
3 steals, that dude was efficient.
If you put it in the dubs, each one of them put up a dub, that's 50. We halfway.
There we go.
The game halfway
there we is.
I mean, just the threat of being able to score down low from Shaq and the outside shooting presence of Kobe.
And also
the really great on your TV in Switzerland.
Yeah. Right. But from a defensive standpoint as well, because of Kobe's the reason why. Well, no, both of them. I can't do it. I mean, that Laker duo was just insane.
Let me ask you guys a question. Then, would Shaq be able to win without Kobe.
He did it with D Wade. Next question.
No.
He did it without D Wade. Next question.
Without another
Because it's
superstar.
without Kobe.
Okay.
And it's not with D Wade. It's without Kobe.
Yeah.
He won with. I mean, he
If
won
he
without
would have
Kobe.
stayed to the Lakers and
Remember,
Kobe wasn't there, I don't think he
remember,
would've won.
Shaq
don't
won
think so either.
when that Shaq and Kobe won when they
14, 15
but you got to
games 'cause he got a
understand
toe injury.
when Shaq and Kobe divorced, who won their title first, Shaq or Kobe?
Shaq, but because he had a
get
Dwayne
that.
Wade,
'Cause he had-
a 3-year guy, 3 years
Gary
in.
Payton,
And we
Jason
can compare it all
Williams.
kind of ways. I'm
Alonzo
looking at
Mourning.
the question. The question is without Kobe, meaning like Kobe
No,
did
yeah.
without Shaq.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
He didn't need nobody else.
He could have, because you got to understand.
Okay, there you go. There's
You
the
got to
argument.
understand. Shaq almost won a title before he got to the Lakers.
This ain't
he had
checkers.
Penny.
Almost.
He had Penny.
Almost.
He had Penny,
This
and then
ain't
what
what-
happened? They ran
Picks
into
and
the.
pennies.
But what happened? They ran into the greatest player that ever played, though, right?
Sometimes this is what I gotta deal with. Robert thinking certain players aren't as great as we all think they are.
We all don't.
You know,
Yeah.
you know
But
what?
real quick,
You starting?
I'm starting,
starting?
but we'll be back. We'll be
Okay.
back.
Yeah, you
Believe it
better
or
be
not.
back.
Believe it or
All right,
not,
take
we'll
it
be
right.
back. But before
Yeah.
I do let you guys
These
know,
dudes
let
is
me give you guys
clowning
one
today.
more stat. One more stat.
You're one more stat.
Is this Googled?
No.
Okay, Robert.
This is a Fredo stat.
This is my brain of
challenge,
watching
Rob.
basketball.
All right, go ahead.
So,
Oh.
in the first 15 years of LeBron and Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron made it. How many in a year he has now? He has 7 in a row, about to make it 8 straight finals.
Yeah,
If
that's
he
crazy.
gets a chance to beat Boston, that's going to be crazy, but it's not going to happen. Boston's going to beat him. But LeBron is 3-4. LeBron.
Shout out to Sports Log.
Yeah, there is Sports Log. Hey,
Yeah,
man,
you
yeah,
got
what's
the
up with Sports Log real quick?
I
But
don't know,
anyway,
he's slow. All right.
Kobe Bryant won his 5th championship. 5, not 3, because LeBron only has 3 right now. He won his 5th one in his 14th year in the league. LeBron's already in his 15th, going to his 8th in a row.
Only won 3.
13, 12 total.
You guys
That's only
got
won 3.
Too much time, but the talent, the fact that you remembered all that. I was poor in history.
Well,
Jesus.
I'm just letting you know what it's all about. You know, LeBron is currently 3-4.
3 and 5.
3 and
Oh,
You're-
there it is.
Yeah,
I
They
forgot
both
one
got-
loss.
He got Sprint. He got T-Mobile.
But it is what it is. I'm just letting you know, Kobe
Right.
5-2,
That's true.
3 and 5.
I mean,
Different
his
circumstances,
finals
man.
record will always be a knock
Yes,
against him.
that's
will
it. Jordan
stay throughout
6-0.
his
That's what it's
career.
going to be. But of course, we'll be right back with the big alert right here on Sports Collective
I
TV.
hate this, man. I can't believe he just did that, man. That's whatever. I'm gone.
I'm still tripping
I'm
off
out
of
of here.
KD being able to do it by himself
Well,
when he
KD could do
clearly
it by
joined.
himself.
No, he cannot.
Very good
He's
team
the
in the
reason
Golden
why
State
he's.
Warriors.
Man, I'm out. Okay, all right.
Let him know the truth.
Okay.
It is what it is. We'll be back. Sports Collective TV.
Man,
Let's
I'm
go.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh,
too,
man,
bro.
that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasm, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I didn't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. Do you know the fact that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait till I was in the Army 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man.
There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
Welcome back to Sports Collective TV. It's time for the NBA Alert with your host, Al. I got Cali Sportsman to the left of me.
Just don't be touching
Big O on the right.
Doesn't like people out of the country
my man Fredo down there. Yeah, you know, Swiss
beads.
people got all these
got these beads and they kind of wet.
All this stuff.
I won't be touching.
Got some liquid on it.
Hey, it's for good luck, right?
You never know, man.
Shout out to the intimacy ladies that was here. You know, it might be something with the beads.
Wow. You never know if you want to come up and share some playing with beads. But no, it is time to get sexy with the bells. That's right. It's time for the NBA Alert, where I present a scenario to my team out here, and you guys let me know if this is cause for alarm for a certain player or team or whatever's going on. So we had some really interesting playoffs here, particularly the Cavs-Raptors series I thought was interesting considering how well the Raptors did in the regular season and clinching the Eastern Conference and just displaying great camaraderie and a good team play together all year. Now being swept by LeBron, having their city dubbed LeBronto, and firing their head coach Dwayne Casey, who has been with them since 2011. There's some big talks about blowing up that roster and trading away all their good pieces for different assets.
No,
and just starting from the top.
Stop with the noise. That's
you would
ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Okay, ding the bell. Ding, 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 baby.
Ding, ding.
But calls for alarm for the Raptors, blow it up or don't blow it up?
No, he built a great program there, man. And even though he left, I don't know if you remember the letter that he sent to the city.
Yeah.
That they talked about.
Just a
fantabulous guy. Whoever gets that opportunity, they're going to build that culture because it took them 7 years to get to that point. So to just wipe everybody out, that would be the worst move to make. And that's just my judgment. I think that now he built such a great program that's tied in with the city. So to get rid of those players that's been franchise players, and you don't see a lot of teams that have 3 and 4 players that are franchise players that actually sell jerseys, that sell seats, and that's big. I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I also think firing the coach was a bad move. I thought they had a really good thing going on there, and LeBron's future is so unsure, and as well as the Eastern Conference.
Well,
the
really,
top there is
the whole firing piece, you got to look at it's a business in regards to win.
Right.
Not almost won and none of that. You got to win. And that's just kind of like, that's the nature of coaching in the NBA. So regardless where you taking us, if you ain't getting us there, it's too much money in the pot to say, well, let's just try another different way of looking at it. So
you saw that coming too? You think that was going to happen?
I wouldn't say I saw it coming. I think it was a shock for everybody, but I just think that that's just the business of NBA.
Right. So no surprise there.
So here's my alarm when it comes to Toronto Raptors. I feel the alarm is DeMar DeRozan. I don't believe he is a number one option in the NBA, especially in the playoffs. He did not show up the last 2 games, and so for a team that was literally on its back, he folded, in my opinion. So I feel like they need to bring a bigger star there to really carry them into the next level. So
to be benched in the 4th
Can I ring it now?
Something that we've never seen before.
Well, I believe they did a big mistake in firing Casey. After 7 strong years, ever since 2011, he's upgraded his wins and not losses, but his wins every single year for the past 7 years he's been there. For the past 3 years, he's been over 50s. So, I mean, being over 50, even though it's the Eastern Conference, you're still winning 50-plus games in the league. So, I mean, that shows you something finishing the first seed this year. But this reminds me of the same case that happened back in 2014 with the Golden State Warriors. They fired Mark Jackson after making a big jump the previous year.
Which we thought was a bad move at the time, right?
It looked like it, but according to now, 2018, it wasn't because they got a great guy, Steve Kerr.
But if you take that example, is what I'm getting at, they build a culture. So when
Someone's
Steve
just gonna
Kerr
come and
came
fill
in,
in.
he just filled in. I mean, you look at all those guys, you know, they all was West Coast coaches. You had Brian Shaw, you had all those guys. They were all one big nucleus, so it made sense for them. Now, the East Coast and all that might be a little different for them.
And they are in Toronto. They're not in the United States.
Yeah.
So I don't think it makes a big difference, but it is Toronto.
But some new coaching blood could help that roster if they keep the roster intact the way.
Yeah,
the way
it could have.
And it could probably screw it up a little bit because he built
that's a good
his
possibility.
chemistry.
I mean, yeah, they do have a good core. And to your point, Oscar, I do believe in DeMar DeRozan. I think he's probably like a 1.5 option, not the number one, but he's still better than the number 2 in my case. He's a great shooter.
Yeah,
he's a great player, but of course it's just up to those 2 guards. Can they work together? I mean, it's just literally up to them. John Wall, Bradley Beal, trash in my case. It's the reason why they didn't make it. And I did use a specific word to explain their play style because that's what it is to me. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, a much better core than they are. But Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, much better core that needs improvement for next year.
Really quick, though, the playoffs is what really determines a player because the best players in the world become better players in the playoffs. And there's those that decline in the playoffs. And we've seen in his history, he continues to decline. So once again, I don't know if I would build a team around DeMar DeRozan.
Well, it's hard to build a team around somebody who you have to bench in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
But we're getting close to the end of this. You can always give a call and give your buzz in to the NBA Alarm at 323-293-33 and 75. And we got a message from my man Fredo that we still want to give out.
Yeah, of course. We just want to say, of course, everyone watching out there, listening, viewing this throughout the week, just thank you guys very much for supporting Sports Collective TV and overall as a whole party, Sports Collective Media. Of course, we also bring to you the play-by-play action for the LABC Basketball League here in Los Angeles.
Baby.
Yes, amazing basketball talents out there. Of course, we'll be out there tomorrow for the game of the week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Follows at Sports Collective Media. Go ahead and check us out here at Sports Collective TV on Morris Media Studios Live. And as well to the whole crew up here, down here, special guests. Thank you guys very much for coming down today. Really appreciate your guys' time. We'll be back next Monday, Sports Collective TV. We'll see who's going to be up. KD and the Warriors or CP3 and the Rockets.
Y'all don't need to listen to that.
Shout out to WDC.
Let's see. Shout out WDC out there riding his motorcycle. No,
road
he's
trip.
in Barstow today, I think. He's in Barstow.
He's driving like this.
Yeah.
He road tripping.
For 10 days. Like, I'm thirsty, y'all. I'm thirsty.
Follow.
I got something to drink.
And let's go.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her.